Okay. Put here. Nuclear charge of oxygen. So you know that we have discussed this already. Oxygen has 8 protons. That means charge of 1 electron or proton is it is equal to minus 1.602 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. But if you simplify this one, you will get an answer 12.8 10 to the power minus 22. So it is not here. The answer is none of the above. Second one, atomic nucleus model. If you remember, we have discussed Rutherford's gold foil experiment. Okay, Rutherford conducted the experiment with help of 2 students of him, Geiger and Marsden. Here, Rutherford is not here in the answers. So Geiger and Marsden. Marsden තමයි අපිට ගන්න වෙන්නේ. Then number 3, the atomic nucleus. We know that atomic nucleus contain nucleons. That means nucleons means neutrons, protons, and elementary particles such as meson, positron. So there should be neutron, proton, and elementary particles such as positron, meson. Likewise, there are a lot of particles. Then fourth question is, you know the pattern. If both statements are true and second one explains the first one, then the answer should be 1. Okay, then if you consider if both statements are true and second one does not explain the first one, then the answer should be 2. If the first statement is true and second one is wrong, answer should be 3. Then false and true, answer should be 4. Then if both statements are wrong, answer should be 5. Right? Cathode rays are going to get deflected by magnetic fields. Yes, cathode rays are negatively charged particles. They are deflected by magnetic field. First one is true. Cathode rays are electrons. They are negatively charged, but they're not positive charge. True and false. Then the answer should be 3. Right? There's no answer. You have to write 3. True and false, answer should be 3. Then atomic radius, atomic nucleus, radius of the atomic nucleus is 10 to the power minus 12. Radius of the atom is 10 to the power minus 8. Then question number 6. We have 2 samples, 35 and 37. If you remember the equation of the abundance, it is relative atomic mass equals sigma abundance times mass over 100. If you remember, sigma abundance times mass over 100. Relative atomic mass equals that one, the equation. So using that, you can find the abundance, and you know that if there are 2 isotopes and the relative atomic mass is nearly equal to the abundance made with the isotopes with the higher abundance. So here it is 35.5. So it is equal to 35. We have two isotopes, 35 and 37. So the intermediate value is 36. We have explained these things. It is equal to 35 now. Therefore, 35 isotope has higher abundance. We cannot say that these are radioactive. Natural sample contain more 35 Cl than 37. Yes, it is true. Abundance is high. Isotopes have the same electron arrangement. But 35 has 18 electrons and 37 has 20 electrons. So AB only, answer is 2. Can you remember these type of questions, Buddha? For A and B, C and D, if A, B true, answer is 1. B, C true, answer is 2. C, D are the answer, then answer should be 3. If A, D are the answer should be 4. Any other response, 5. Any other response, 5. Okay. So let's go to these quickly. Any matter regarding anything you know, please ask me, Buddha. Here, the Gall-Leaf experiment done by Rutherford using alpha particles explained that atom consists of electrons. But Rutherford explains about an atom with nucleus and large empty space. This is positively charged nucleus and large empty space. It does not contain electrons. Okay. The mass of the atom is concentrated into point and the volume is small. Yes, it is true. B is true. Atom are billions of matter. But that was a postulate of Dalton, not Rutherford's Gall-Foyle experiment. C is wrong. Neutrons. Rutherford didn't say anything about neutrons. It is also wrong. Okay, so only answer B. Therefore, answer should be 5. 8. Cathode rays can penetrate a thin layer of aluminum foil. Cathode rays are beta particles. They can penetrate through aluminum. First one is true. Cathode rays are made up of particles. Yes, it is also true. It has a mass. If anything has a mass, have particle properties. Both are true. No relation between, answer is true. 9. The false statements regarding the atom. Every atom element has equal number of electrons. True. The neutrons gana venas venava. Neutrons venas in tamai isotopes hadenne. Or else nucleons is also neutron plus proton. Since neutron changes, nucleons also changes. So answer should be 2 or 4. Answer should be 2 or 4. Anything matters, please ask. Question number 10. Alpha particles have a higher penetration power than beta particles. Nana puthe beta wala thamai penetration වැඩි. Alpha wala thamai ionization වැඩි. B is true. Helium can be produced. But alpha means helium 242 2 plus ions. Alpha means helium 24 2 plus ions. Therefore, helium can be produced. It is true. Alpha particles have a charge, therefore they can be deflected. BC only, answer is 2. Atom was first articulated by Dalton. Dalton stated about the atom. Rutherford's Gall-Leaf experiment revealed that quite a large space of matter is empty. Yes, Putha. The Gall-Foyle contains empty atoms. Positive charge is concentrated as nucleus. Yes. Rutherford in Gall-Foyle experiment didn't say anything about alpha particles. Or thin layer penetration ability. Electrons move in quantized levels. This is also not stated in this one. It was stated by Niels Bohr. AB only first answer. Question number 13. The mass of an electron. For this one. Hatakaini. Api ka padang kala tiyang inne ka. Namete tuna. So 13 tuna. 15 gamma rays radiate from thin metal foils. Yes, Puta, we know that. Gamma can be penetrated only from, sorry, gamma can be scattered or reflected only from concrete and lead. A large amount of matter in metal atom exists as positive. දැන් පුතේ large amount මේ පොඩි amount එකක් තමයි mass එක තියෙන්නේ. අනිත් ඔක්කොම empty spaces. හරි වැරදි. එතකොට answer එක 3. 16 alpha particles take up electrons to make helium molecules. Yes. The penetration power of alpha particle is very small. Yes. Ionization power of alpha particle is very small. Ionization power is highest in alpha. So they don't move either in or S poles of magnetic field. They just move perpendicular. If you remember, A, B only, answer is 1. Right, 17. Puta, there are no standards here, none of the above. We'll discuss at the end of the unit. Here the ray is not given. The path of alpha rays not changed by a magnetic field. Alpha the penetration power of alpha rays is very high. Ionization power very, penetration very gamma wala. 18 answer is 5. 19 electronic charge Robert Millikan by famous oil drop test. Robert Millikan by famous oil drop test. That was minus 1.60 to 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. 20 the penetration power of alpha particle is greater than that of beta particles. We know that penetration power is highest in alpha, gamma, beta, alpha. Alpha has highest ionization, but not the penetration power. The mass of alpha particle is very much greater than the mass of beta particles. Yes, it is true. So answer should be strong and true. Answer should be 4. Hari, question number 20 වෙනකන් ඇති අපි ඊටු ටික දැන් සති 20ක් ආයෙත් ඩිස්කස් කරමු. Okay. Hari, but here when we consider about 21, which of the following statements are true? In strong magnetic fields, beta rays are attracted towards. But we know that any of these do not attract towards any field. Hari n පැත්තටවත් s පැත්තටවත් කොහෙටවත් attract වෙන්නේ නැහැ පුතා. එතකොට මේකත් වැරදි. Electric field එකක පුතේ alpha කියන්නේ positive කෙනෙක්. So positive repel. Therefore C is true. In an electric field, gamma rays are not. Yes, but gamma do not possess any charge, so they are not attracted towards any field, any plate. Okay, so both are true. CD answer is 3. CD answer is 3. So that is true. 21 answer is 3. Any matters, please ask. Then after that, 22. The isotopes of a given element. So the isotopes have the same number of neutron. That is wrong. They have different proton and neutron number, equal proton number and different nucleon number. That means due to the change in neutron, that is the difference between isotopes. Okay. have the same number of protons. True. A wrong. C is true. Electrons are same. Nucleons are different since neutrons are different. Okay, nucleon means neutron and proton. So they are different due to the change in neutron. So only B and C answer is 2. හරි. පුතේ beam of electrons කියන්නේ electrons ගොඩක් ගත්තාම electrons are negatively charged. පුතේ එතකොට they are attracted towards the anode, not the anode. ඉතර පුතා n පැත්තටවත් s පැත්තටවත් යන්නේ නැහැ. We know that they do not attract towards any magnetic poles. Anode එකෙන් deflect වෙනවා නෙමෙයි පුතා. They are attracted towards the anode. Fourth one is wrong. All of the above statements are false. Yes, answer is 5. 24. The EOM value for the electron was experimentally determined accurately by the EOM value එක හොයලා තියෙන්නේ අපිට මතකයිනේ J.J. Thomson තමයි හෙව්වේ එක. ඊට පස්සේ charge එක by Robert Millikan and mass by J.J. Thomson. And EOM also J.J. Thomson. He is not here. Answer is 5. 25. The charge that can exist on a cathode ray particle. So it's by Robert Millikan. Answer is 5. For the alpha, beta, gamma, gamma, the path of the alpha rays is changed by, yes, puta, alpha is positive, magnetic fields move them in a circular path. Beta rays වලත් පුතේ electric field එකකදී positive පැත්තට deviate වෙනවා. Ionizing power of gamma rays very high. වැරදි පුතා, penetration power of gamma is high. Penetration power of alpha is least. So EF, that means there should be A, B, C, D. So A and B are true. A and B are true. Answer is 1. 27. Alpha ගැන අහනවා. පුතේ penetration power of alpha is low. True. Ionization power is high. True. පුතේ alpha ට බෑ light velocity එකෙන් යන්න. Only gamma travel in light velocity. Okay. Third one is the wrong one. 28. Gamma rays, they don't travel 95% of light velocity. It is wrong. Ionizing power of gamma. Yes, it is true. Penetration power is very low. C is wrong. Sorry, ionizing power is low. B is wrong and C is true. Gamma has very high penetration power. D, the path of gamma rays not altered by magnetic fields. The gamma rays do not possess any charge, therefore they cannot be altered. C and D are true. Answer is third one. Question number 30, so 29. The atomic nucleus was determined by the alpha ray scattering test by Rutherford. So that should be making use of alpha particle scattering. Okay, so scattering test of alpha rays by Rutherford. 29, answer is 5. 29, answer is 5. So $30. Which of the following statements are true? Electric fields do not affect the path of cathode rays. Take a වැරදි. Cathode rays positive පැත්තට deviate වෙනවා. Magnetic fields do not affect the path of cathode rays. Wrong. Electric fields do not affect the path of fast-moving neutrons. Yes, they are neutral particles. Magnetic fields do not affect the path of fast-moving neutrons. Yes, C and D are true. Since neutrons are neutral particles, they cannot be affected by the magnetic or electric field. C and D only. Answer is 3. 31. Geiger and Marsden. Accelerated particles were used. Yes, alpha accelerated particles were used. 1 is true. So that this should be A, B, C, D, yeah? Not 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be A, B, C, D. Cathode rays were used by Geiger and Marsden, the alpha particles. Accelerated cathode ray. No, it is alpha particles. So only the answer is true. A, B, C, D means answer is 5. A only, answer is 5. Only the accelerated particles were used. So the particle was alpha. It is not stated here. Cathode ray particles, negatively charged, travel in straight lines. They do not attract towards NS poles. A, B only, first answer. 33. Electrons want to move in a curved path in a magnetic field. Yes, Puta, we know that in a magnetic field, they move in a circular path. Electrons have both particle and wave properties. We haven't discussed it yet, Puta, but in the future we discuss it. But you know that electrons have particle properties. The particle property කියන්නේ මොනවාද? Energy එක. ඊට පස්සේ momentum එකක් තියෙනවා නම් particle properties කියනවා. ඊට පස්සේ පුතේ wave property එකක් කියන්නේ wave properties වලදී වෙන්නේ ඒකට waves වගේ behave. Beta rays කියන්නේ electrons, so it is a wave. So electrons have wave properties. අපි ඒක prove කරනවා ඉස්සරහට de Broglie's wavelength equation එකෙන් waves වල තියෙන properties ඒ කියන්නේ diffraction, deflection, ඒ වගේ reflection, refraction, ඒ වගේ properties waves වල පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන් හින්දා බීටාටත් ඒවා පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන් කියලා පෙන්නනවා. හරි දැන්ට මතක තියාගන්න they have both properties. So they see where the electrons can be added. It means electron gaining. Electrons can be removed. It means ionization energy. Okay. C is wrong. D, speed of electron is equal to the speed of light. Wrong. A true, B true. A, B only, first answer. 34. Chemical and physical properties of isotopes are similar, but our chemical properties only, physical are not equal. Isotopes have the same number of protons but a different number of neutrons. Isotopes have the same number of protons but a different number of neutrons. It is true. False and true, answer is 4. Which of the following gets deflected when moving across a magnetic field? So the only charged particles are deflected in magnetic fields. So cathode rays are charged, proton are charged. B, C only, answer is 2. 38. Tin 118. But I think let me take the periodic table. Yes, it is 50. So 50 protons and 50 electrons pute. Okay, 50 protons and electrons. A, B true. 68 neutrons. Yes, it is also true. Ne? That means answer should be 5. A, B, D only. Answer should be 5. 39. Which of the following statements is not true? Electrons have particle as well as wave properties. Yes, it is true. Proton is heavier than neutron, but they are nearly same. B is wrong. All atoms do not possess these three, Puta. There are no neutrons in hydrogen. Puta, you know that in hydrogen atom, it contains only one proton and 0 neutrons. One proton only. C is wrong. All ions have at least one proton. Yes, Puta. Even hydrogen has one proton. A, D only. Answer is 4. Which of the following statements is incorrect regarding isotopes and element? The isotopes have similar chemical properties. This is true due to equal electron. Same density. It cannot be happen since mass is different. Density should be different. Question number 40, answer is 2. Question number 40, answer is 2. Correct? Okay. The question number 41, which of the following statements is are true? Bohr theory is a nuclear model of the atom. Yes, Pute, Bohr theory based on the nuclear model of Rutherford. A is true. Rutherford proposed the first nuclear model. Yes, second one was Bohr theory. First one was Rutherford's model. B, true. C is wrong. We know that electron can show both wave particle nature as beta particles. Okay, so they show both waves and particle nature. EOM ratio of cathode rays varies with the gas. No, but cathode ray are common for every material in the world. Therefore, EOM ratio is not depending. It is a constant value. Okay, so A and B only first answer. The magnesium has 12 electrons and 12 protons. Since it is 2 plus, 2 electrons are removed. So it has only 12 protons, 10 electrons, and 13 neutrons. Now we need to find the electrons. 10 electrons and 13 neutrons. From 12, 2 are removed due to 2 plus charge. Therefore, we have only 10 electrons and 13 neutrons. 42, answer is 3. 43, positive rays are formed when electron is removed from an atom or molecule in a cathode ray tube. Yes, Pute, when electrons are removed, positive rays are formed. A is true. Cathode rays originate from the cathode. Cathode rays originate from the cathode. Yes, it's also true. But positive rays do not originate from the anode. Then, if this is a cathode ray tube, and when electrons are collided with atoms, then the positive rays are formed. So they can be formed anywhere in the tube, not on the anode. So they are not formed on the anode. Okay, C is wrong. Cathode rays are not electromagnetic. We have discussed that there are 9 electromagnetic radiations: cosmic, gamma, X, ultraviolet, visible light, micro, so infrared, micro, TV, radio. Only they are the electromagnetic. So only B, A and B are true, Pute. First answer. 44. Atomic theory was built up by Rutherford. Okay, atomic theory was built up by Rutherford. Who was not connected. So the atomic nucleus was built up by Rutherford. Then electron was identified by Thomson. Chadwick the neutron. Bohr, it was the Bohr model about electrons. So Linus Pauling is not related to the Pauling. We find Pauling at the end of the unit. So he has not participated in the development. 45. Subatomic particles. Electrons show both wave properties and particle properties. True. Don't know this one. Second one, it is also true. We have to discuss it in future classes. The neutron was detected when beryllium was bombarded with alpha particles. Yes, Kuti, we know that experiment. Neutron is uncharged particle. Yes, fourth one is also true. Protons are not different, Kuta. They should be equal, and neutrons are different. Answer is 5. 46, positive rays. They are found together with cathode rays and responsible for the glow observed in the region behind perforated cathode. Yes, it is true. They are formed by loss of electrons. Yes, we have discussed that. That's the reason. B is true. But each positive ray depend on the gas inside the tube. C is wrong. They are not affected. D is also wrong. They are charged particles, therefore they are affected. A, B only first answer. Neutron was discovered by James Chadwick. Plum pudding, J.J. Thomson. Okay, so that's all about the first part. But have we discussed these two? First one and second question, these in the last class? When we have discussed about the E equals hc over lambda or hf, Planck's energy equation. We have discussed, I think we have discussed these in the last class. E equals hc over lambda. Okay, yes, we have discussed these. So, okay, then thereafter, energy concept was by Niels Bohr. But after that, these are from spectrum. Okay, we have to study spectrum to answer these. Okay, so next week, in the next class, we will discuss this one.